Lynn, it is so great to see you, and you brought your bag.
This is like a New York style.
Yeah, it's such a no big deal.
I don't have an emotional support animal, but I have an emotional support Clementine.
Oh my God, a Clementine, that is so good. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for my my Clementine. I
So
appreciate
happy to
this.
see you.
I love seeing you. I want to say congrats on your special, by the way. It's on YouTube right now. There's a comedy special called Road Gig, and it's very funny. Marilyn Rice Crab, which when I first met you, you were stand-up. This is pre-24.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I only did comedy before 24. So yeah, the recent special was one night only. It was a part of a tour I was already doing because it was self-financed, you know, self-produced, and
it's at Zanies.
It was at Zanies, Chicago. The audience didn't know they were there for a special, so probably half of them just were coming to the club.
Well, we talked about this in the show before. You said that you've gotten mistaken for Jenna Fisher from The Office.
That is true. People think I am Jenna Fisher, love her, Pam from The Office. That's my type. Like, I'm a mild-mannered, you know, indecisive white woman, like... The love of a good man will make me stronger. Like, that's my type. I get that. Like, I could have been Pam. But the thing is, in real life, I know I'm like that. I'm a gentle person, but I'm always paying for men. When does that stop? You know, I'm mild-mannered, take care of me, and then I'm the boss.
Well, yeah.
I'm the badass boss bitch.
That's what your nickname is. That's your moniker. That's what we all know.
And I don't want to be. I'm like, please, take care of me.
Yes.
You know, let me go to lunch. But every relationship runs its course, and I'm like, get out of here. Here's 10 grand. You know?
Oh my God.
Like, what? Am I Hugh Hefner? Like, what's happening?
Oh my God,
yeah, you can take the mattress. Go, grow up. Like, I'm done with you. Bring in the next. I don't know who I am.
No.
I'm just...
Well, we were talking backstage, by the way. Another friend of ours, Sarah Silverman. You guys were roommates at one point?
We were roommates.
I didn't know. When?
Yes.
That's a cool apartment.
Well, our mutual friend, Tracy, that was a cool part. Here's a testament to how wonderful Sarah Silverman is. She did not know me, and Tracy said, Sarah is gonna come and take this second room in the apartment. So it's 2 bedrooms and a middle section. And Tracy, I was living in this, like, comedian's flop house in the Valley, and there was watermelon, there was vodka, there was a large lizard. Like, there were a lot of things in this house.
That sets the scene.
And Tracy said, why don't you come and be our third roommate? I'll ask Sarah. And Sarah, without meeting me, said, okay. And so I lived in the middle of their 2-bedroom apartment, paying like $100 a month.
Wow.
I didn't know what was going on. You know, I was just trying to get along. Sarah's mother, at one point, out of pity, bought me a daybed because I was sleeping on the floor, and I had candles next to my bed, and one night I set the daybed on fire because I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was trying to put the fire out.
Oh, my God.
And I got it out with my hands, and I went back to sleep, and I kept waking up in pain. Oh, what is this pesky pain that's keeping me from sleeping? A bubble on my hand.
What is wrong?
I drove myself to the ER with my left hand out of embarrassment. They wrapped it up. The next day, both Tracy and Sarah were like, why didn't you tell us? We would have driven you to the hospital.
Yeah, or you burned the apartment down.
Well, thankfully it didn't go that far.
Yeah, it didn't.
Just my own lap. You know, I don't like to be a burden.
Okay, you're so thoughtful.
Yeah.
Congrats on your new show, by the way.
Thank you.
North of North is getting incredible reviews. Rotten Tomatoes, it's at 100% right now.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Mary Lynn Ruska, fantastic. And we have big news. It's been picked up for a second season!
Yes.
Come on!
First to know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Explain the show for anyone that's getting into the show.
It is
North of North.
I'm so proud to be a part of this show. It's like a dream come true. It's based on a young, modern Inuit woman who is on a journey of self-discovery, and she blows up her marriage in order to find herself, and she's a mother, and everybody in the small town knows her business and is seeing all of her mistakes as she's trying to grow as a person. I play the white lady on the show. I'm a little bit of the gatekeeper, the Karen type on the show. I asked my son if he thought I could play a Karen type, and he went, yes.
He didn't even think about it? He didn't even think about
No,
it.
you didn't have to answer so quickly. But our show is starring Anna Lamb, who was just nominated for a Gotham Award for this show for Best Comedy Performance.
Hey, come on.
She's the best.
And where did you film?
We filmed in Iqaluit, Nunavut, which is a territory of the Canadian Arctic. Listen to this, okay? I live in LA, so the flight there is LA to Toronto, right? We all know Toronto. Toronto to Ottawa, heard of it? When you get to Ottawa, you get on a little airline called Canadian North, shout out. You heard of that?
No.
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 So you're in Ottawa and you take another 3-hour plane ride. And as you're looking out the window, trees start to go away, colors, it's just everything becomes white and ice and snow. And they also offer you a special coffee halfway through the flight. Would you like a special coffee? No, thank you. I think you want a special coffee.
Really?
Yeah, it's got some booze in it,
Yeah.
some chocolate, some whipped cream, because they know. Let's soften the edges for you a little bit. You know,
You're about to be.
Yeah, you want. I thought I had it. You know, I thought I got this. I landed. I stepped foot off the plane, took a breath in. I don't got this. I think my entire insides have frozen.
Really?
Just yeah, it was,
What was
20
it?
below.
Yeah. And are there?
It turns out I kept breathing.
Yeah.
You can breathe.
You can.
That. It's just different.
What is it like, and what's your experience?
Everything that we did took place. We stayed at the same hotel.
Yeah.
That was our hair, makeup. That was our production office. At the end of the first week of shooting, I was walking outside. I had acclimated a little bit, and I have this memory of my son. Well, first of all, I said, "Are you okay with me? I'm going to be gone for 3 months." He goes, 3 months? I said, "Yeah. Is that okay? Are you going to be chasing that bag, though?" I said, "Excuse me? Are you chasing that bag?" I said, "Yeah, son, I'm chasing that bag." So he wasn't worried about me being gone. He just wanted to make sure I was making money.
Chasing the bag. Chasing the bag.
Chasing the
Are you
bag.
chasing that bag?
Chasing that bag, though.
Wow.
He's not missing me, but I'm in the Arctic. The first week, he texts me, "Hey, Mom, can you get me face wash from Amazon?" I said, "Sure." About an hour later, he texts me again, "How do you boil water?" He's 14.
Yeah, and you go, this is interesting.
And then the next day, I'm doing the same walk, and I look over and I see an 8-year-old skinning a caribou
Different.
that I just have to believe he's killed himself.
And your
and-
son wants Dove Men's Care sent to him prime.
It's a different culture.
Yes,
this
it's a different-
8-year-old
yes.
is surviving. He's self-sustaining. He's feeding the entire village for a month.
Isn't that wild?
Like, that guy can do it all. Yeah, we
Are you excited about season 2?
yeah, I'm really excited to get back there. So I met the best people. We had a lot of the locals be in a lot of our scenes.
Yeah.
Some of them being on the crew. We hang out. We play in the snow, see the Northern Lights. I can't wait. I'm so
I
excited.
want to show a clip. I'm so happy. Here's Marilyn Rice Cup in North of North. Take a look at this.
You okay there?
Oh, this? Yeah, of course. I just, a little hang gliding accident. I'm kidding. I've never been hang gliding. How can we help you?
Well, I assume you've read my report.
Yes, I loved it. I couldn't stop reading it. There's a lot of favorite parts I had. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah. Helen was saying what an honor it would be for you to choose Ice Cove as the site for the new Polar Research Station.
Yeah, it would be such an honor.
Yeah. Marilyn Rice Cup, North of North, is streaming now on Netflix. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around, everybody.